Let's take a minute to review the learning goals for Chapter 11, which focuses on the concepts related to firm production costs. This chapter takes us into the final section of our course, where we are focusing on firms and how they operate. This chapter provides us some of the vocabulary and building block concepts for understanding how markets work, particularly focusing on production costs for firms. We learn the difference between explicit and implicit costs. We learn the difference between fixed and variable costs. We looked at costs measured in different ways. We looked at total cost, and we broke that down into its component parts, total variable cost and total fixed cost. We also looked at related average cost measures, average total cost and its components, average variable cost and average fixed cost. We also saw how these average variable costs relate to marginal cost. Particularly, we looked at how average variable cost, as well as average total cost, follow marginal cost. These were all short-run costs, which we know because fixed costs are included. We also looked at costs in the long run, which led us to learn about economies of scale, constant returns to scale, and diseconomies of scale. Finally, we learned about the production function relating inputs to outputs. In that context, we learned about the marginal product of labor and the law of diminishing returns. You'll be using these concepts and their associated graphs from Chapter 11 for the rest of the semester. So be sure that you are comfortable with the concepts, their calculation, and how to graph them, as well as why the graphs' shapes look as they do. If you're confident and ready to move on, you should turn now to the next chapter materials. Remember, you can always bring any questions you have to my office hours or to the tutor for this course. You can make an appointment with the tutor through the ARC using the Academic Resources tab at the top of EC-Learn, and you can book an appointment with me through the EC-Learn homepage for our course, or just come to walk-in office hours.